What's up? What's up? Uh-oh. Something's going on with my... Hold on, y'all. Give me a second. Something's going on with my camera. Hey, everybody. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Let me get my camera straight. It was just working a second ago. I don't know what happened. This isn't my webcam. This is the cam. Something's going on. Hold on, y'all. Give me a second. I don't know why my camera isn't working. It was literally just working. All right. Well, while we're getting the camera straight, hey everybody, happy Monday, happy Monday. Thank you, Jonathan, for rejoining the membership. I know you were a member before. Abby rejoined the last couple of days. A few people rejoined the last couple of days. Thank you guys for rejoining the membership. I appreciate it. Hey, Lemon Kush, what's up? Willie Brown, how you doing, sir? Miss Tam Bryce, excuse me. Abby, what's up, Khadijah? Scooter Boop, hey Boo, hey Karay, Yogi, hey Jamil, Sam J. I'm ready after a long morning of exams. I'm ready for the mess. Listen, y'all done had me busy all day. You got your margarita ready, child. We need a whole bottle to get through all of this, child. What's up? What's up? Hey Montrez, hey Morgan. What's up, Pam? Hey Xavier, hey Just Coco. Listen, Pam took us back down memory lane yesterday on her live. If you forgot where all this stuff started with the bishop, honey, y'all better go on over there. She chose y'all. I think that was my first video of the bishop. We did his press conference. I think that was one of my first videos. And she went through so that she could just bring you guys up to speed. And show him how his words might come back to bite him in the butt. Hey, kiddies, where you been, boo? Hey. Hey, Montrez, Nicole. Hey, Tracy, what's going on? Listen, Tracy, there's some people trying to take your job, girl. They've been in my inbox all day. They trying to take your job, girl. Hey, Two Geeks in a Nerd Productions. Hey. Naisha, how you doing? Hey, Nate. What's up, Jay Walsh? You been working? I know that's right. All right, y'all. Let me try to figure out why my camera is acting a fool. Hold on. I got a new setup over here. And it had been doing all right, but now I don't know why my camera isn't connecting. Let me see here. Yeah, it is not giving me my camera. And I don't know why. Like, it was literally just on. All right, give me a quick second, y'all. I'm so sorry. Like, it was literally just on, and I don't know why it's not working now. So give me a second. I might have to just unplug it and plug it back in, You know, hood style, child. Hood style. Everything is plugged in. I don't know why it's acting up. Let's see. All right, let's do this. All right, let me try that. I had to do it hood style. I just had to unplug it and plug it back in. Let me see if that's working. And now it's back. I don't know what that was about. Now it's not back. Looks like your camera was unplugged. Yes, it was unplugged. I unplugged it. I'm sorry, y'all. If I don't get it working, we're just going to roll with what we got because this is a hot situation. We got too much going on to be playing around. Okay, I think I'm back. All right, I'm back. Child. I don't know what was going on with that. Like, it literally was on the whole time my intro was playing, and then I looked up and it was out. And there it is. Y'all see the difference between the webcam that's with my computer and this webcam. That's why I was like, ooh. Okay, so hey, everybody. Shout out to the 72 people that's already in the room. Please do me a favor and go ahead and hit the like button. Please and thank you. Now, let me say this. Shout out to my new members. My new subscribers. I have a lot of new subscribers, you guys. These SWV stories, Xscape stories, they've been high. I can't even front. And so welcome if you are new here. Come on down and say hi. We don't bite. We have a good time. Let me say this, and then we're going to get into the mess because I ain't mean for, my camera to go out. But let me say this to you guys, and I love each and every one of y'all. Who is calling me? Child. Okay. I love each and every one of y'all, and I definitely love the new subscribers. Thank y'all for being here. You didn't have to click the like button, but you did. But let me give y'all a little tip. Okay? Most YouTubers have a long intro when they're going live. If you watch a lot of YouTubers when they're live, they have a long intro. About a 2 minute, maybe sometimes a 2 to 3 minute intro. I know it's frustrating when you're watching in the replay, you just want to get to the juice. But the reason why a lot of us do an intro is it gives people time to get in the room. It gives the notifications time to go out. And it cuts down on us having to repeat stuff. Because if I started as soon as I hit that button, half of y'all would come in about 5 or 6 minutes and be like, what we talking about? And I would have to repeat myself. So I understand it's frustrating. Listen, I watch YouTube as much as I'm on YouTube myself. And there are times when I'm like, dang, let me just fast forward through all of this. But I understand why. So I get it that, the intro was long. But that's the reason why. And for those of you that watch a lot of YouTubers, that's why you've noticed on live videos, YouTubers have the intros. Anyway, Kenneth is my head Ursha. He said visitor cards are available. Hopefully we'll say something that will touch your heart and you'll become a part of the tribe. There you go. There it is right there. Abby just dropped the link to join the membership if you guys want to. So come on in. Let's get started. So first of all, I just combined 2 videos in one because when I tell y'all that all day long, this thing was hot because I started to do a video before I went to bed last night. But then I said, no, I made a commitment to myself. I was going to get my butt in bed so that I don't burn myself out. Then I was going to do a video before I got ready to go to work this morning. And I was like, stuff's still popping off. People still running their mouth. And I'm glad that I did wait because I've been able to gather a lot of receipts. Now, I ain't saying I got all the receipts because, good Lord, this whole SWV Xscape thing and this whole Kandi is, at this point, it's Kandi versus everybody because it's Kandi versus Tamar. It's Kandi versus Jason Lee. It's Kandi versus Carlos King. It's Kandi versus everybody. Now, Jonathan, I love you, and I'm glad you rejoined that membership. But there will be no don't be in the chat slandering all day the Kandi, okay? And that only goes for Jonathan. And for those who are new, Jonathan is our head spiritual leader down here to the tribe. But he don't like right. Look, he put in the chat already. Kandi versus Jonathan. See, I already knew. All right, you guys. All right. I already knew. Okay. So with that, and before I get started, once I got off of live yesterday, I did get a cash app. So I want to say thank you. I hate when I don't see the cash apps before I get off of the live. I don't know if you sent it before I got off the live or not. So my apologies. But thank you. Ooh, I hate saying people's government name. Khadijah. It's Khadijah in the chat. Thank you. Thank you so much, Khadijah, for the cash app. Mwah! I appreciate it, my love. Again, I don't like saying people's government names, but so when you send me a cash app, I'll shout you out because I want to give everybody recognition, but I just do not give people's government names. So just put in the subject what your chat name is, and I'll shout you out. Okay. Last night, SWV Xscape Queens of R&B. The last 5 minutes of the episode, 10 minutes of the episode, we saw that this Zara, I know, boo, I know. Well, if it's Kandi versus my husband, I'm on my husband's side. You supposed to be, Abby. I ain't even mad at you, girl. You supposed to be on your husband's side, child. You supposed to be. So last night we left off with the SWV Xscape situation. They were having a disagreement about who should lead, who should headline this one night only event. Now, originally it was supposed to be a tour, but due to time constraints, whatever, the tour was reduced to a show. Now, SWV felt like it was a no-brainer that they would co-headline. Like, it's a show. It's a one night only. It's 2 super groups coming together. Boom, boom, bam. Well, not so much. Kandi was like, now, this is all good and all, but let's talk about the money. Well, they never said money. They said headlining. Now, we all know, or we should know, if you don't know, then please know the headline translates into money. Headline translates into money because that's basically, I feel like, where we came down on this situation. So why are the combinator and multiple issues? You might be the problem. Listen, that's what everybody keeps saying. Everybody keeps saying if Kandi is, we'll get there. I feel like, let me say this. I feel like once we get through everything, I'll tell you guys my feelings. But I feel like it's a power one. But that might just be me. And maybe, because I ain't got no dog in none of these fights, okay? So I'm going to share with you guys some of the evidence that I have gathered today. Okay? And then we will discuss. What's up, y'all? I'm mad with you. I was waiting at the other videos and you deleted. Now you just sprang this one on us. This video been up all day, y'all. This video I posted this video when I posted the other video. This video been up all day. I just changed the time. It's the same video, boo. Because listen, I was going to try to do 2 lives tonight, but baby, it's too much. It's too much going on with this, and it's really not enough going on with nothing else. It's a few little odds and ends out there. I said we'll pick that up. So, why they not splitting the money down the middle? The groups are on par with each other. Abby, I agree with you. I said it last night, and even after listening to what everybody had to say throughout the day, I still feel the same way. I still feel like why we can't. I just think at a certain point when we start splitting hairs, I just feel like, and I get it. Money is money. I get it. Money is money, but I just feel like, what's up, Star? Hey, boo. I honestly just feel like this should have been a split down the middle situation. With that being said, let's get into some of these receipts, child. So first of all, we saw what happened. Well, actually, let's start with Kandi. Child, let's start with Kandi. Now, y'all know I ain't playing it. Because it's on YouTube, I ain't trying. So I'm going to let y'all listen to it. Hold on.
Kandi did a speak on it like...
Oh, that's not what I meant. That's not what I was looking for. All right. Okay. Child. Shoot. I had it queued up and ready. All right, let's get into it. Now, I'm going to let y'all hear what Kandi had to say. Then we're going to listen to a little bit of what Taj had to say. Then we're going to get into some of these Instagram posts that's been going back and forth all day. Then we're going to discuss it, okay? So go on and put your stuff in the chat. If you think I'm going to miss your comment, go on, light it up, put a color on it so I can see it. But that's what we're going to do, okay?
Hell no. There was no intent of any disrespect for SWV, okay? I love SWV just like everybody else, okay? I love their music, and I respect their success. I respect that they came out before us and all of that. I respect that they have sold more records than us. I don't know about this 30 million records she talking about now. Now, I done went back and looked. Now, unless she's to add in like soundtracks and solo records and all kind of other stuff that she done did to that equation, or counting streams or something, I don't know how she got to 30 million. But they have sold more records than us. We've all sold millions of records, okay? I think Jermaine.
Okay, now Kandi, y'all know I'm gonna be fair. Thank you, Jay, for becoming a member. Thank you, my love. Go over there and check out that members only playlist. Get caught up, all that good stuff. We've had some good conversations in our members only lives. Don't get caught up, honey. I think I'm gonna give y'all a story time this week and tell y'all the story about the time I dated a married man. Child, that story I'm telling y'all the other night. I think I might give y'all the full story this week in members only. But listen, let me say this. Kandi, you can't. See, here's the thing. What you can't do is do to somebody else what you don't want somebody to do to you. You can't negate that they sold. Listen. She said maybe they counting soundtracks. Let me tell y'all something. Back in the 90s, soundtracks to movies were better than people's albums sometimes. I know for myself, I still rock out to some of those. Sam J, you gotta go back to the video the other day and get the story. I didn't know he was married. He told me he was married. I mean, he was divorced. He wasn't. That's the story. But again, I'll give y'all the whole story later. I didn't know he was married. That was the whole part of it. We'll get to that. So you can't negate a soundtrack because people was getting on in soundtracks back in the 90s, and their songs on the soundtracks were better than sometimes better than the movie. And if I recall correctly, SWV had the song from I think it was Above the Rim. With Tupac and Bernie Mac or whatever, and it was like that, y'all, like that, like that, y'all. Like I came up off the top of my head, I can't remember the name of the damn song, but y'all, somebody gonna put it in the chat. Y'all know what song I'm talking about. Oh, Sam J, I know you, girl. You listen. It's cool. Listen, I don't say nothing down here that I ain't got no problem with. Anything, yes. Anything blew up. Now, I don't know. Thank you, El Teddy. You ain't got to say it like that. Now, that's what you don't have to do. You don't have to say it like that. But now, for those of us that were around, El Teddy already was married with 3 children by the time this soundtrack came out. But for those of us who were around during that time period, SWV may or may not get credit for that because it was on a soundtrack and not on one of their albums. But that song blew up. That people were buying that soundtrack for that song. And this was before streams and before you could buy the singles. Like, you had to buy the whole damn thing. You didn't have the option of, I just want this song, and that song. No, you were buying the album. So you bought the Above the Rim soundtrack for anything. You ain't had that option back then. Right. So I'm like, y'all. So I don't like that, Kandi. I feel like you're trying to negate. Now, I don't know no equation either that got them to 30 million. But if they did add soundtracks and streams and all of that, they have every right to do that. She has every right because you would do it. You absolutely would do it. If y'all had sold more records than SWV, you'd be giving them the number down to the 0.000. You would.
Pre-posted our new, most recent certifications. Anyway, we only a few millions separate from each other. To be clear,
again, it don't matter. It don't matter if you're only a couple of separate million. No, I ain't gonna use El Teddy. If Eddie got 5 million and I got 3 million, yeah, we both millionaires, but she got more than me, significantly more.
Their first album sold the most for them. Second album, I think it probably went platinum. I'm not sure. And the third album, I don't know if it went gold. Our albums were consistently platinum across the board, and we had multiple platinum and gold singles, just like they have, right? But with all due respect, this is business. And I had to bring up the conversation because I feel like everything in business, you have to set the tone for how things go from the beginning. So with that being said, before we move forward, just to give you background information, there were promoters who were trying to get involved to turn this situation into a full tour. So the promoters automatically are speaking as, like trying to find out how much they're going to have to pay for each act. To be clear,
I sold 30 million records, bitch.
Let me start with the simple fact, because she was like,
we ain't opening up for them. I done sold 30 million records, bitch. I'll never be opening up for them.
And I was like, okay, here's another example how people can say stuff in the public eye and the public believes it when it's not true. Receipt.
Don Juan came through with the receipts, okay?
Baby, it says Xscape on the Great Escape Tour with special guests Belle Biv DeVoe and SWV. The cover or the promo poster for one of our.
So basically what she's saying is there was a time when, well, actually multiple times, when SWV did open up for Xscape. But again, I'm going to just let that play.
Shows on the tour where we were the headliners and they were the opening act.
I ain't trying to get no copyright. Hold on. Let's go past the who can I run to. Let's go past all of that because ain't nobody trying to get no copyright. Okay.
Dealing with these promoters, they can't think that they can lowball you the next time. You get what I'm saying? It wasn't about SWV. It's just about we got to maintain the fees that we get. Another example, I don't want to speak on exactly what their fee is, but at the time, our fee was 3 to 4 times what their fee is. So why would we agree to split our fee and split in half? Then that means we are lowering what we get just so that they can say they felt comfortable. You get what I'm saying?
Well, she was okay with. Sounds like she would have been fine with you guys getting paid.
No, because I heard them say on there something about, so y'all don't want to split equal or something. It was about multiple things. I love SWV. I think SWV is amazing. But even if you sold the most records back in the 90s, it's about who sells the most tickets in concerts today.
Doing a little spring cleaning and came up on this little beauty here. I forgot, y'all.
So I'm gonna leave it at that. Y'all get the gist of what her point is. Now, this is what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say I feel like that should have been left up to. I said it last night and I say it again. I feel like that should have been left up to their management. I really feel like that's a conversation that the management should have sat in a room and hammered out the details. I don't think that I feel like if they agreed to do the tour, your manager knows what your booking fee is. Their manager knows what their booking fee is. Now it's time for the managers to work with the promoters. Because what am I paying you for? What am I paying a manager for if I'm still negotiating my booking fee? I don't need to pay you that 15%. Now, what I will say is I understand not messing up your money. I 100% understand that. They had management at the time, though, DMV. They might not have management now because Kandi said that they were looking at getting new management in that meeting they had. But neither here nor there, then they should have hired management before trying to plan a tour. If they didn't have management, then they should have hired management. That's just how I feel about it. Then to me, y'all weren't taking care of y'all business before y'all tried to do, because, and again, I ain't in the business. I'm not in the music industry, and maybe Xscape has done it a lot of times in the past. That's fine. But for me, I feel like then that's what they should have handled on the back end. But that's just me. Okay. Shan said Xscape didn't have management at the time either. Well, if they didn't have management, why were they just saying that they wanted to get new management? Then I was under the impression that they had management. Kandi and them just weren't happy with the management. Okay. But I will say this. In my opinion, I understand. I would never ask somebody to mess up their money. I would never ask somebody to mess up their money. Okay? Let's be clear. I would never. But I also feel like y'all weren't talking. She said that they might be talking about a tour in the future. But in that moment, y'all were talking about one show. In that moment, y'all were talking about one show. That's just my opinion. Again, I ain't telling nobody not to get paid. I feel like you should always negotiate for whatever's on the table. Okay? If there's money on the floor, get it. But I also feel like it just wasn't a good look. Okay? Now, let's get into what Taj had to say. Now, Taj went live last night, and she had a few things to say. So, Exactly, Cams. I'm not, and that's what I'm saying. The money part of it, I'm 100% with that. I 100% agree. I do not want anybody to take a pay cut. Now that I 100% agree with. I 100% agree with that. But again, I just feel like that's where management comes in play. But that's just me. All right, let's listen to what Taj had to say.
You're basically telling somebody they're not good enough. And you have to put yourself in a position. I always say, treat people how you want to be treated. And if you don't want to be disrespected, you shouldn't disrespect other people. And it's just a matter of right and wrong. I try to live by right and wrong. If I do something wrong, I want to apologize, because sometimes maybe I just didn't know I did it wrong. And if I offended you in any way, please let me know. And I mean, I'll do that, correct that. But yeah, it felt a little, it was, I don't know. What you think? Was it a little disrespectful? Not disrespectful. Let me see. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, you know what? Lily told me to call her in. Let's see if I can get Lily up in here in these streets. How do I do it? It's these emails. Let me see. Lily. You see, but he's still Bobby Brown, all right? He's still my boo.
That's the crux of it, child. She tried to get Lily on there. It was so funny trying to see her try to figure out how to get Lily on there, and she never did. She never was able to get Lily on there, child. Now, she did bring Coco on a little bit later on, and basically it was more the same of what we already saw. You know, the one thing they did add was that Coco said she had ran out of her meds, and that's why they were trying to get Coco out of that room, because they saw the look on Coco's face and they knew she didn't have her meds, and they were like, this meeting is adjourned. For everybody involved, it's probably best that we get Coco out of here, because she is not on her meds, and y'all talking crazy. So they did talk about that. Oh my gosh. So again, let me recap before I get into the rest of the receipts, because I want everybody to understand my point of view on this. One, I do not want anybody to ever have to take a pay cut. I agree. But I feel like management should have handled that. And if Xscape did not have management, then I feel like they should have taken care of the management issue before this. I know they were filming a reality show and yada, yada, yada. But then if they didn't have management, I really feel like management should have handled that. My opinion. That's all I'm talking about. Number two, I do feel like they should have done a co-headline. It was for one night only. One night only. Come on, baby. Come on. One night only. Now, as far as SWV opening up for Xscape before, yeah, Xscape, when you were on tour and it was your tour and you added them to your tour, yeah, they opened up for you. But it wasn't a co-event from the beginning. People do that all the time. People open up for people all the time, and then they have their own tours. That's two different. I feel like you're comparing apples and oranges. SWV never said they never opened up for you. SWV said in this particular situation that we're discussing, in this endeavor, with the two of us going out together, we are not going to be your opening act. And that was the same conversation that SWV had with Salt and Pepper. They were like, listen, if y'all want to do this together, sure. But we're not your opening act. You know? And again, you know. Thank you, Tracy. Yes, please, you guys. Please subscribe to the Teacher Project 2.0. Tracy just dropped the link. That is my me and El Teddy's teacher podcast that we do together. We co-headline. Y'all go subscribe and check us out. I appreciate it. So that's my 2 cents. And the reason why, and part of the reason why I said that I feel like management should have handled it is to avoid this from happening. Kandi said that her and Taj said it in that video. I didn't play the whole thing, but Taj said that she was hurt because her and Kandi have been friends for a long time. And she said she felt like really in the 5 minutes that they sat there or however long that meeting took, she felt like her friendship with Kandi had pretty much been dissolved. And so she was, and I feel like that's why you allow that's why you allow management to handle it, because that's their job. That's exactly, we are co-headliner. Exactly. Absolutely. It is not my channel. It is not El Teddy's channel. We are co-headlining, right? So, and that's clear. And that was clear from the beginning. When we first decided to do it, it was clear from the beginning. Now, I think that's why you avoid, and I think that's how you avoid these issues, y'all. When you do have friendships, business is business. But that's why you let the management handle it, because that's their job. All right? Now, let's get into some of these receipts, child. Let's get into some of these Instagram receipts. And then we're going to get into the Kandi Tamar situation, child. Inflated egos. I get the business aspect. However, I agree it should be a co-headline as well. I don't think that them co-headlining with SWV should result in future lowball offers. Not like they're a co-headline. Right. I don't think that one show is going to, I mean, again, I've never been in the music industry, so thank you, Claudia. Claudia said I am totally correct. I love it when y'all think I'm right. Exactly, DeMille. And if somebody gives, I'm sure they get lowball offers all the time. And guess what you do? No, thank you. Next. If I don't feel like you're paying me my worth, I move on. Now, Xavier, your point was valid when you said, but that's only valid now. It wasn't valid then, because back then, Tasha allegedly was a part of the deal. Now when it's only the three of them instead of Tasha, and we talked about that last week where Tiny was saying how promoters had to take a chance on them when it was only three of them without Tasha, and that they appreciated the promoters that took a chance on them, knowing that, right? Knowing that. Thank you, Rozzy. Hope I said your name right. Have we considered that this was a reality TV wrench tactic thrown in by Kandi? Seems like she was producing a scene. She even had a smirk at one point. She may very well have been doing that, Lawrence Blair. Listen, when it comes to reality, y'all know, over here, I don't put nothing past nobody when it comes to reality TV. I don't put nothing past nobody promoting and creating a scene. I told you last night that Mama G put on the whole act. I am the fifth member. Wig just a swinging. Anyway, let me stop before I start talking about somebody's mama. Let's get into these receipts, because I don't want to be talking about nobody's mama. Okay. Where do I start, child? I got so many daggone receipts in here. I got receipts about, okay, hold on. No, that's the other one. Look, I got between Kandi and Tamar receipts, and then me trying to, okay. All right. Okay. All right. So here was something that Kandi posted on Instagram. Hold on. Let me take this down. Thank you again for the super chat. Ooh. Thank you again for the super chat. Okay. We may not have been the headliners in the 90s, but we have been for the past 6 years since we've reunited. And respectfully, they've opened up for us multiple times already. Again, I already explained to you why I think that, I already explained to y'all why I feel like that's not a valid comparison, but okay. Tiny got into it. This is another one. I'm sorry, this is another one. Somebody tweeted, you always have an excuse for coming in second place. The sales and streaming numbers don't lie. People went to that Xscape tour because they figured it would be the last time seeing all four members. Kandi said, I never said they didn't sell more records, but the concert is about who could sell more tickets. Be upset if you want, but we've done other shows since the tour, and the promoters still had SWV go on before us. It is what it is. Ooh. See, now y'all saying stuff that y'all can't take back. Tamika says, to be clear, we love SWV as much as y'all do, but business is business. So then Coco gave them the middle finger. Okay? Coco just gave them the middle finger. And someone posted this. Xscape, 3 out of the 4 had a show in November and was not the headliner. Monica was the headliner and BBD was on before her. They don't always headline. Not sure why Xscape can't co-headline with SWV. create an entertaining show for the fans with all original members. Why do the television show if there was never a desire to have equal billing for a tour? And Coco posted this on her page, and she gave y'all what she gave y'all. Then she posted this. SWV monthly listeners, 3,028,423. Xscape's monthly listeners, 800,000. Now that's a big difference. That is a huge difference. Okay. Is this the? Hold on, let me make sure this is the right one. Okay, yeah. Okay, somebody tweeted out, it's one show. I don't understand the issue with co-headlining. I like both groups are iconic, but y'all really tried to play with SWV. Everybody get paid equally when they go on about y'all business. And then she said, hold on, let me take my banner down because I can't even read the thing. The banner going on. Hold on. And then Tiny says, nah, because we don't make the same money on our show. The fee is worlds apart, respectfully. Let me give y'all a hint. You don't get to throw respectfully onto something just because you don't want to sound like you being disrespectful. If it's disrespectful, it's disrespectful. Putting it out there, y'all know what I'm saying. I ain't even about to go back and forth. All right, and then I have this. Oh, Lily posted this. Tread lightly. Lily said tread lightly. Kandi said, we may not have been the head. Oh, I think I already read that one. Okay. And last but not least of this, hold on. Coco posted this today. This is a flyer from a concert. Actually, it's a concert here in DC on April the 1st, where it's Monica's show and no, wrong flyer. Nope, that's the Tamar child. We'll get to that one in a minute. That's the Tamar. But Coco did post a flyer showing that Xscape opened up for Monica. But again, I think we understand that Xscape has opened up for Monica. Again, y'all, I just feel like I feel how I feel. I feel like that proves Candy's point. SWV is always touring, so promoters will pay more for Xscape because they don't tour as much. They will take a pay cut by going on SWV's rates as a headliner. Okay, so Pam, y'all know Pam over here. And if you don't know, you better get to know her, okay? Pam is our law intellect. Her and Simone Redwine are our legal friends to the channel. Now, she's done contracts. I ain't gonna tell y'all who, but she's done contracts. So she understands and again, I agree. And I do not want anybody to take less money. I want to be clear about that. I'm not asking nobody to take a pay cut. But I think to avoid this public back and forth, that's why I feel like management should have handled it. And I understand what y'all telling me that Xscape didn't have management, but then I feel like we should have got management first. Xscape just wasn't ready for this. I just feel like Xscape, and I understand that by the time a lot of this stuff came up, they had already signed the contracts. The show was already happening. I get that because the sisters didn't fall out until after the show was already supposed to start. All of that. So I understand, the management issue happened in Vegas. Like a lot of stuff started with this Vegas show, and it seemed like it trickled down. But Xscape wasn't ready for this. They weren't ready to do this show. And again, I'm gonna say this one last time because we're gonna transition into Tamar, because I feel like we're gonna get according to Coco and Taj, this carries over into the next episode. So we'll see more of this next week, and we can revisit it again next week. I'm sure they're gonna keep fighting all week long, child. And we'll talk about it, again. But again, I want to be clear. I want nobody to take less money. I want you to always get paid what you're worth. But I also feel like that's why I feel like management should have handled it. Anyway, Moving right along. Truth be told, some ladies are in two different worlds. You can see the immaturity of Xscape compared to SWV. And I agree with that 100%. Typically lawyers and managers handle exactly, Pam, but that's all I'm saying. And if SWV did not have a lawyer at the time, then they should have got one before they started like, I feel like they could have ended that whole conversation with them all putting their hands in the circle saying, yay, we're going to do it. And then you let management handle it. But again, I do feel like we are producing the show and they got to give us some ish. Okay. They got to give us some ish. Okay. Now, honey, y'all, let's get into the second half of this. Now, we got to have a story time here. We got to have a story time. Refill your drinks. That was the first half of the show. Okay. That was the first half of the show. Refill your drinks. Shout out to the 279 people in the room. If y'all could please hit that like button. Maz, what my likes looking like? I would really like for us to have about 230 likes in the room. Please and thank you. If you forgot to hit it on your way in or you hanging out in the bushes, please just go hit that like button. It's free 99. It's a free way to support the channel. You know, I'll ask for no donations, but they are accepted. Y'all go on and do that. But thank you guys so much for being here. I really appreciate y'all that are here. There's more. Child, we got a part 2. Child, we got a part 2. We got a part 2. We only have 107 likes. Okay, Xavier said we only have 107 likes. And Xavier, I saw you the other day. I had already logged out. Xavier don't understand why I can't put him in charge of being the head counselor down to the tribe. You know why you can't be the head counselor down to the tribe, Xavier. All right. Let's start from the beginning and work our way up. Now, we talked about this back in December when this thing first started. We talked about this back in December. Kandi, it starts with Kandi again. It's at 133 now. Okay, we can get 100 more likes, please, and thank you. 100 more likes. 100 more likes. Thank you so much, Uncle Zoo. Thank you. LT, no. You cannot just start sniping people because you don't think they hit the like button, sir. You cannot do that. Okay, the Lord is working with you. Okay, well, you need to have a few more sessions with Jonathan, and then we'll talk about it. Danny said we can't have the cray-cray leading the cray-cray. Respectfully. All right, so listen. Kandi, I don't know. I don't even remember why Kandi said this. I don't know if she was doing press. I don't know what it was. But Kandi made a statement. In what world does SWV open for Xscape? Well, they have opened for Xscape. I mean, that's the whole. They have. They've opened for Xscape. Yeah, they've done it. But thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. Mwah. SWV has opened for Xscape since the show. Right. They've done it. They've done it. They've done it. But again, so a couple of months ago, I think this was back around the holidays, maybe November-ish, Kandi let us know that Carlos King tried to steal Xscape's life story and sell it to BET to make one of those, you know, biopics, right? Kandi says that's the reason why the group actually even started speaking again. And remember, that was like 6 years ago when they got back together. She said the reason why they even started speaking again is because Kandi got wind that Carlos was trying to sell their story to BET. And as a result, she told Tiny, and of course, Tiny reached out to me, blah, 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 blah. That's how they started speaking again. Now, when Kandi said this publicly, it was news to all of us. Veronica asked, all of them are executive producers, just Tiny King. I think every single one of them is EP on this show. I think all of them are EPs on this show. I'm almost certain of that. Now, let's be clear. I bet you if we pulled them contracts, I bet you they ain't all making the same. Yeah, I know Kandi got a different relationship with Bravo than the rest of them ladies do. But Kandi let us know. It was TV1. Thank you, Andrea. It was TV1. My bad. It wasn't BET. It was TV1. Now, when that, and I'm telling y'all what I remember. And if I'm wrong, put it in the chat. If y'all don't remember what I remember, because I'm telling y'all what I remember, because we talked about it at the tribe meeting. And I tried to find the tribe meeting where we talked about it, but child, that was back in December. And it was so much going on today. I ain't had time to scroll back that far. But we talked about this. When Kandi said it, Tamar posted on her Instagram story lies. Everybody assumed that she was talking about Carlos and Kandi. And I really feel like she said more, but I don't want to put more on her than what I know I remember. But I know I remember her posting on her Instagram story lies. And the way she posted it let everybody feel like she was speaking on Kandi and Carlos. And I feel like she even went further and said something about Carlos being her friend and her believing Carlos and her Carlos. Y'all put it in the chat if I'm tripping, if y'all remember, but I remember that. I remember Tamar saying lies, and I feel like I remember Tamar saying Carlos was her friend, yada, 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 right? Now, so Tamar started it. That's why I'm adding this. That is why I'm adding this, because I remember, okay, Tasha said she did, okay? Chrislyn, okay, Morgan remembers it. Quake remembers it. Chrislyn said yes, she did, because everyone thought it was about Portia and Kandi, but it was about him trying to steal this story. Okay, so I'm not tripping. I remembered that. All right, I wanted to make sure that I remembered it because I didn't want to put nothing on her that she didn't do, but she defended Carlos, absolutely. And that's important. That's important. You're going to find out why that's important in a second. But that's important. So if we're going to tell the story, we got to go back to the beginning. So Kandi accused Carlos of stealing their life story. Tamar defended Carlos. Now, last December, and I'm going to show y'all the picture because I didn't repost this, child. Hold on. This is why. Look at my message. I love it. Bap, thank you. Bap, which is one of my members. Bap then sent me the story. Look. Tamar Braxton seemingly defends Carlos King against Kandi Burris, claims that he tried to steal her life story. I wasn't crazy. Thank you. Thank you, Bap. Thank you, my love. Thank you. Okay, so we're on the same page of that. Now, let me show y'all what had went down. Now, last December, y'all remember this going down. Y'all remember Tamar posting the following on her Instagram story. Now, I did not repost. I didn't cut and paste these. I'm just read y'all what she said. Funky Dot Neva spoke on it. Funky Dot Neva did. You're right. Funky Dot Neva did do a video about it. Thank you. Okay. They're like an Easter egg green. Okay. I got to take my glasses off to read this, child. Lord have mercy. Whew, Jesus. Okay. Y'all stay with whatever because a blank. Hold on. Is this in the right order? Oh, Lord, it's a whole different story. Child, this is about Chris Brown that we were supposed to talk about. We never did get to Chris Brown. We'll get to Chris Brown eventually. Okay. Not leave Tata alone. Child. Okay. So this is what Tamar posted on her Instagram story back in December. And it says, it's beef and it's real beef because your husband stepped to me, period. Merry Christmas. Then she wrote, I feel like if I did what they did, they would have told the world. But because they don't want y'all to know how effed up they are, people and city officials. Wait a minute. Let me go back because child. This pink background, this white writing. Okay. But because they don't want y'all to know how effed up they are as people and city officials, they ain't said shit. I got a story. Y'all want to hear about it? I was threatened by a peach and they man. Now, when she said this, a lot of people assumed that it was either Kandi or Eva because they said city official and she said a peach. So people said, okay, a Real Housewife of Atlanta city official. We know Eva's husband and ran for mayor 5,000 times. So we were like, well, who are they talking about, right? That Tamar did say, no, I'm not talking about Eva, which pretty much left everybody believing, oh, she's talking about Kandi. People talked about it for a few days, and then we just kind of moved on, right? I had forgot about the damn story. So last night, Tamar is on Watch What Happens Live, promoting her show, The Queen's Court, with Eva Longoria. I mean, Lord, not Eva Longoria, child. Evelyn Lozada. Where did I get Eva Longoria from? Evelyn Lozada and Nivea. Messy ass Andy. Well, actually, no, it wasn't Andy. You know how they have the callers call in? So some callers called in and asked Tamar about it. Tamar sort of sidestepped it a little bit, and then Andy asked, and basically Andy kept asking until she admitted it was Porsche. Let me get my words together. Until she admitted that it was Kandi and Todd. So last night, Tamar posted this. Before y'all start, I left the situation alone, but the fact is Kandi and Todd wanted to fight me, period. There were witnesses, and JR, which is her fiance, her current fiance, JR came to the next show to check Todd. And she nor he won't address it, because how do you defend that? The facts are the facts, though. I'm off it. So then somebody tweeted, man, they got to stop falling for the bait on these questions. They're just going to start more drama. Y'all know Kandi going to speak on it. I wish Tamar just would have said, I changed and plugged the single. Tamar responded, I answered a question like everyone else does. I'm not scared of anyone or the truth. Y'all don't want me to say nothing because that's not her narrative on TV. It's been months and she addresses everything and everyone. Why not this? I welcome them both to speak on it and lie. Yeah, well, delightful. Kandi was upset that Carlos was trying to sell the story because at the time she felt like her and Carlos were friends. Well, not friends. I don't know. But that's why she got in touch with the group, because she was like, listen, if anybody is going to tell our story, it's going to be us. She never said Carlos couldn't do it. I ain't going to say she never said it. But her thing was, if anybody going to tell the story, we're going to tell our own story. We ain't going to let Carlos tell our story. We're going to tell our story. And that's how they started talking again, because they were trying to stop Carlos from being able to sell. You're right. Carlos has every right to do it. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. What? Okay. All right. Now, with that being said, we are all caught up. I think that was the last tweet before I get into. Okay. We all caught up. So I guess Tamar decided, she woke up this morning and decided, let me tell it. I'm just going to tell it. If I'm going to tell it, then I got to tell it all. Okay. So listen to Tamar's story. All right, here we go.
Oh, good morning, everyone. I am just leaving. We're getting back from our birthday vacation. It's like 2.5 days, but I'm grateful for it. I'll be on set in about 2 hours. I look really bad. Like, what's wrong with me? Like, right. First of all, just a couple of things I wanted to address. Number one, thank you guys so much for supporting Changed and St. Tamar's Day. Hey, Cora. I love y'all so much. But I want to address, what's really going on in the press, because You know, I feel like I've worked really hard myself, and I can't help if somebody asks me a question, you know, and I can't help the chains of events that actually really honestly truly happen. Now, this really all started, okay, everybody knows that I audition now, right? And this really all started from a YouTube that put out about whatever the issues they had with Carlos King. And I was asked about it. Now, I'm gonna be honest, like, I'm not like these other reality, like, I'm a real bona fide 5-time Emmy nominated journalist. Difference. So for me, I am not comfortable publicly saying or being a liar without knowing the legitimate facts. That's where I'm standing with that. I wasn't on no, you know, you're not my friend, I don't want to side with you. It wasn't nothing to being messy, but my responsibility for my job and my integrity just lied in that. Or else I just would have said, oh, she lied. Really what I...
Okay, so first of all, when she first said that, I had to think about what she meant when she said a 5-time Emmy nominated journalist. Ma'am, you talking about when you was on The Real and the show was nominated? Okay, I mean, you're right. Journalist, I think, is a stretch, but you are a 5-time Emmy nominated personality. Now, I think journalist is a stretch. I'm just going to be honest about that. Now, with that being said, the reason why I wanted to remind y'all that she did take Carlos's side over Kandi's publicly is because now she's trying to make it seem like she didn't. Now she's trying to make it seem like, I don't know where this is coming from. I didn't take sides because I didn't know who was telling the truth and who was lying. But you did. Now, that doesn't mean that I don't believe her whole story, but ma'am, you can't start a story with the lie. Just give the truth. Just the truth will do.
What I did say is I wanted to hear both sides of the story, you know, something in the milk ain't clean, just trying to deflect from just outright calling somebody a liar. Because number one, I don't know. Number two, I don't care. Number three, has nothing to do with me. Okay? Cool. That happened. You know, I put up a clip promoting the show from my point of view in my story, not addressing anybody, not taking side on nothing, because I really don't care. It really doesn't have anything else to do with me. Okay? So weeks go by, 4 or 5 weeks go by, and we all have a concert together.
Ma'am, you talking about something in the buttermilk ain't clean, that's taking sides. You said more than that, but even if that's all you said, that's taking sides. What ain't clean in the buttermilk? Who put it in the buttermilk? Child, if you a journalist, Joy Behar's a journalist, Whoopi Goldberg is a journalist, you know, and y'all know I love Whoopi, but Whoopi's not a journalist.
I'm leaving my dressing room to go to my dancer's dressing room to bring them their new clothes, and I see Kandi in the hallway, and I'm like, hey boo, and I give her a hug, you know, whatever, and she's like, I fucking chew, and I'm like, what, I'm thinking she's kidding. Like, I'm thinking and she's like, I ain't fucking with you. I'm like, what happened? She like, oh, well, you said that shit you said about Carlos King was foul. And I'm like, oh shit, and I honestly truly forgot about it, right? And I'm like, listen, I didn't mean no harm, you know, I wasn't trying to, you know, go against you or nothing like that. It's, you know, just what I just explained to y'all, like, I just feel like my it's really different. Everybody publicly a liar when I don't know the whole story. I'm not comfortable with it. And she was like, nah. You said. And I'm like, sis, listen, if I offended you, I am so sorry. You know, like I wasn't coming from that. I thought, man, you made up at Big Brother. You know, I wasn't coming for you. It's nothing like that. I really come humbly apologize. And plus, I sent her a DM, and I sent you a DM when, you know, when your fans was coming to my page. This was a while ago, and I was just trying to let you know I wasn't trying to be, you know, malicious or nothing like that. Nah. But you said, and you did, and then you doubled down in your story. I said, listen, Kandi, I'm not trying to go there with you. You know, we in the middle of this hallway. And I didn't see people swarming around. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, we ladies, we shouldn't be doing this. We can go in my dressing room. Yeah.
Listen, I agree with what you just said with Akosha, and if I said it wrong, I apologize. Just because Tamar forgot her own BS, don't mean anyone else did. Exactly. Thank you. She said lies on her IG. Thank you. I'm not crazy. You absolutely defended Carlos. You absolutely called Kandi a liar. And so, yes, when Kandi saw you, she had that energy. Now, do I believe that Kandi did it? I do. Do I believe that Kandi even admits it? We're going to get to that in a minute. Kandi admits that she checked Tamar. So I absolutely believe that this conversation took place. And what I don't believe is that you were as calm as you pretended that you were. I don't believe that part. But I absolutely believe that. I absolutely believe that.
Yeah, before I take it to the next level. Everybody know. I ain't really here for that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm cool and I'm safe. But I do know how to whip ass. And I don't do that. I don't come at all, right? And I'm like, well, what's the name of the level you want to take it to? Like, what you want to fight? Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying. You said, he did steal from us. Right? And I'm like, she is really serious, right?
See, now you're doing too much. Now you're just doing too much. Right. This is what you needed to win an Emmy for. This is what you need to be winning an Emmy for. Girl, you are doing too much.
Now, I'm like, all right, like, don't do that. First time for more, we're not going to do that. You know what I mean? And I'm telling her again, it's my fourth time apologizing.
I really wish, hold on, I got to come back to full screen for this one. I really wish she would stop telling people that she is from Baltimore. Man, you are not from Baltimore, okay? You're not from Baltimore. You're not from Baltimore. You're not from Baltimore. You are from the suburbs outside of Baltimore. Somewhere between DC and Baltimore. Ma'am, you are from Severn, Maryland. Severn, Maryland. You are not from Baltimore. Stop claiming Baltimore when you want to try to sound good. I even heard her claim DC when she did her reality show. I don't know if it was or one of them damn reality shows, and she was doing a show in DC. She'd be like, I'm from DC. Ma'am, no, you're not. And you ain't nowhere near from DC. But please stop claiming Baltimore when you trying to sound hood. Please and thank you. Okay. All right. You from Severn. Okay, let's finish. Let's finish this chat. Let's finish.
So sorry if this offended you, right? I wasn't trying to be malicious towards you. And I'm saying this again. This is in the hallway. I'm saying this again. Nah. I mean, bucking. And I'm like, and I get to the point where I'm like, look, dog, this is not a Letter Housewives. I'm not getting paid to sit up here and argue with you like this. I'm about to sing everybody's bill under the table. I can't argue with you right now. Like, I finna do all that. And then I am trying to completely de-escalate the situation. Bobs and cacklings. And Like, then Tadina comes up and like, he comes and get her and he says something to her and then he looks at me.
So Tadina is who she's calling Todd. No, people from DC do not say they're from the DMV. Not old school DC. Not old school. This DMV thing is new. Shirley, this DMV thing, this some new shit. When I was growing up, you were either from DC, you were either from PG County, you were either from Montgomery County, you were either from Alexandria, like it was specific, or you were from Baltimore. There was no DMV. No, we don't. No. That's this new school shit. No, we don't do that. Now she's talking about Tadina is Todd. That's who Tadina is, y'all.
In my face. Y'all can believe this shit or not. Nigga look at me in my face and go, you know what? Oh. What? Now this is a dude. I don't care. Listen, y'all don't see me grow up on the Braxtons. Y'all don't see me go at it with my sisters. Y'all don't see me, like sporadically go at it with Lonnie. You know what I'm saying? Like, but the truth is, in real life, I'm really a peaceful person. You know what I mean? And I like to have fun and I laugh and play jokes all the time. And so the thing is with me is that me and Kandi or another female can argue all day long. But when it comes to dudes in another woman's face to physically threaten them and harm, that's when the line is drawn. That's when it's like, oh, it's not about her perception on TV. It's not about, where we have known her to be on her reality life years ago. Because remember, I ain't been on reality TV for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's... But it's no reason for a man to ever step to a woman. Period. And the fact is, that is what happened. And the other fact is, I wasn't trying to bring nothing up, but, now that I'm on, Peacock and Bravo, I went to Andy's show, he's a good friend of mine. We cool. You know what I mean? He asked me about it because one of the fans asked me about it. And I wasn't trying to bring it up. And I wasn't trying to bring no drama my way because I am not on that. So it's like, I answered the question, and here we are. But what I'm not going to stand for is people saying, what did I do for a man to ever say? Period. Why you shaking your head?
Nothing. You ain't do shit for no man to step to you. That was a coward move, and it shouldn't have happened. And I addressed it with him, and I spoke to him about it, and he immediately apologized. But an apology after the fact is bullshit.
Especially when I'm there defenseless. Because he wasn't, this is one of those trips where Troy wasn't there, JR wasn't there. Like, was there, James was there. But this is kind of one of those trips where we just kind of, like, we had like back-to-back shows. We just kind of got in and got out. You know what I'm saying? And normally they have security, because really Global Productions is like, Sam and them is like real protective and family oriented. You know what I'm saying? So I really don't have a need. I'm not bothered backstage. Like, these are my family and my people. You know what I'm saying? So I really don't have.
Okay, so a couple of things. We almost done with her video. A couple of things. Number one, somebody said, who's that guy? That is her fiance. That is the guy that she just got engaged to, I don't know, a couple of months ago, that she's on the reality show with. I do find that to be very interesting, Shirley, as well, that she just, throwing out the N-word in front of her white fiance, but that ain't, that ain't my business, as long as he don't repeat what she's saying. Now, I understand that for some people, they're going to be like, there's never a reason for a man to address a woman. I get that. But again, do I believe that Todd probably said that to Tamar? Yeah, I do. I believe what Tamar is saying happened. I don't believe Todd threatened Tamar. I don't believe he threatened her. I believe that he probably did say, yeah, you know what it is. Like, he probably did. I ain't about to sit here and say that man didn't say that to her. But I don't feel like that was a threat. Now, there might be some people in the chat that'll be like, it ain't no reason for a man to say something to a woman. He was out of line. He shouldn't have said nothing. And I can agree that Todd should have stayed out of it. That was woman's business. I can say that. But I don't feel like that was a threat. Like, just because I feel like Todd didn't need to say it doesn't mean I feel like Todd threatened her. Now, that's all I'm saying.
Have a need to like be extra behind the scene with security and people and all that stuff. Like, and of course, I didn't even know I was walking into the Lions Den. I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? But the truth is, I'm just gonna keep it gangster with y'all. I spoke about this shit on Big Brother. Y'all called me the victim. She's a victim then, and Tamar always starts stuff. But go back in the clips, they didn't age well. I said what I said. You know, the reason why we had beef in the first place because it was mean as fuck to me on tour. Very, very similar to how y'all see this SWV stuff panning out. My story, and I've said this back thing on Big Brother, pull the receipts. There's very much a lot of egos going on. And I ain't trying to speak about a show that I don't even watch. And the reason why I can't watch it is because of the whole sister aspect. Like, I go through it. You know, and I went through it publicly with my own sisters, and I don't want to see Tasha and Tamika going through that. I love them. You know what I'm saying? We've all been friends for a very long time. And so I don't watch, that's the only reason why I don't watch it. Because it just triggers, you know, I don't want to see that. But go back and watch them clips. I'm not bullshitting. I don't have to get on a bandwagon of nobody. I was just asked the question because I was on Watch What Happens Live. And that's all. And that's it. I don't want no drama. Don't associate with me with no drama. You know, I said what I said, and I was angry, and it really happened. I wish I didn't even post about it on my story. But, you know, being defenseless and you a woman with a man will really send you with emotion somewhere that we really don't have control over. You know what I'm saying? And I felt defenseless because I was by myself. So you can believe what you want. You got to believe me. I don't really care. This is what happened. I really don't want to speak about it no more, you know. But I don't have a reason to come at tonight, and I don't want to fight with nobody but the devil. And that's where I'm staying with it. So that's that, and that's it. And happy birthday to me, because this was my birthday weekend. I don't think I really want to talk about this on my birthday weekend. I'm telling you, we turned up. What's up? And that's it. Okay, so what's next? Let's talk about next.
Okay, so my summation of her story is, I believe it happened. I believe that that's what happened. I believe that when Kandi saw you and you tried to be like, hey, girl, hey, Kandi was like, nah, we good. And I believe that you did sit there and act like you hadn't done anything, because I think that either A, Tamar, you've come a long way. Tamar has come a long way. I will give her that. But Tamar, you are still very much the impulsive. If I think it, I'm going to say it. I'll apologize about it later person that we have always known you to be. Right?
Change visual.
Sorry. I was trying to, my bad. I was trying to.
Oh, fuck, with my earring. I don't know where nothing is.
Sorry, y'all. Why do I keep taking it out? Okay. So I absolutely believe that. But you did say it. You did. You didn't say, oh, well, I want to hear both sides of the story. Oh, blah, blah, blah. You took Carlos's side over Kandi's side. Now, let's be clear. You and Kandi relationship has always been shaky at the most. You said that she tried to dog you out on tour. We saw how they were beefing on Big Brother. They allegedly made peace after Big Brother, but they weren't friends. They just made peace. There's a difference between making peace with somebody and being friends with somebody. If I'm beefing with somebody and we just decide to squash the beef, that don't make us friends. That just means, all right, you're going to do what you do over there and I'm going to do what I do over here. Okay? But you said it, ma'am. I ain't crazy. My girl Bap just sent me the link and I just showed it to y'all that all of us wasn't crazy. Now, again, I can agree that did Todd need to say something to her? Maybe not. But I also feel like you're giving us your side of the story and you're not, like, you're making it seem like Kandi was so extra and smacking her lips and moving her neck. And we know you for your work. We know you for your work. Let's be clear. Anybody in this room, it's 346 shout out, by the way, to the 346. Now, 20 of y'all left while I was playing. We was up to 360 something, and 20 of y'all left while I was playing Tamar's story. Let me know how y'all feel about Tamar, but it's all good. But out of the 246 that's in this room, if you watch the Braxton Family Values or any reality show that Tamar has ever been in, or you watch The Real, we know Tamar for her works. How often have we seen Tamar rolling of the neck and smacking of the teeth, okay, or smacking of the lips? We know you for your works, ma'am. So I'm not going to sit here and say that Kandi wasn't giving you fever. But what we're not going to do is sit here and pretend like you were like, oh, Kandi, I'm so sorry. Girl, no, I don't want to fight you. What do you mean? What's wrong? Like, we ain't about to sit here and have that. We ain't about to sit here and go down that road. We ain't about to sit here and go down that road. Now, again, did Todd need to intervene? Based on her version of the story, no. Based on the story she just told, Todd ain't had no reason to say nothing to nobody. But I also feel like there's more to that story than what Tamar is telling. Now, let's look at some of the things that was posted down to the end, and down to the what's I just say? Instagram. Now, I apologize, y'all, because I don't think this is in order. Okay, so Kandi's response. Kandi posted a clip from the Addams Family Values video. Hold on, I'll show y'all what Kandi. I didn't, because it's such a short clip. I didn't, but I can show it to y'all, child. I can show y'all what Kandi said, child. But it was basically the clip from Addams Family Values, where the little girl is coming for Wednesday, and Wednesday was like, always playing the victim, huh? Let me see. Here it is right here. I'm going to play it for y'all.
Now, one of you will be the drowning victim.
I'll be the victim.
All your life.
So that's what Kandi posted, right? That was Kandi's response to Tamar's that video we just saw. So now Tamar posts this. I'm the victim when your man steps to a woman. Sounds like an abused woman to me. See nothing wrong with that. I hope he's not beating your, you know what. I pray for your healing. Now that's what she posted. She also posted this. Oh no, that's later. Okay, so she posts that. Then she posts the receipt. Now I will say she did post the receipt. Now this receipt says, I'm done talking about it. Obviously, it happened. Kandi wants to deflect and condone her man's behavior by calling me a victim. And Lord, it's abusive, and hold on, let me look at this for my phone, child. I can't read that off that screen. I know I'm blind. Lord have mercy. Oh, Lord Jesus. Where did I put it? Here it is. I am done talking about it. Obviously, it happened. Kandi wants to deflect and condone her man's behavior by calling me a victim, shaking my head. It's abusive and disrespectful, and it's never okay for a man to step to a woman. Fans don't have to agree, period. Everyone have a nice day. God is so good. Watch Queen's Court, yada, yada, yada. Now, what is she showing in this picture? This is her at the concert that she said where her man checked Todd at the next show. In the background right there, you can't see it that clear on this screen, but in the background right there, you see that's Todd and JR, and I'm guessing that's when he checked him. So if you see here, this is a better, more up-close picture. That's Todd, that's her man, JR, and I guess she's trying to say that's when JR was checking Todd. It looked like Todd is walking away in this moment. That don't mean that it wasn't a conversation, but, you know, okay? So that's what had happened. So then Kandi, let me make sure I'm getting all this in order, child. It's so much. Lord, it's so much. I got all these daggone receipts back here. Let me see what receipt is that. Is this that's the SWV receipt? We can delete that, child. All right. What's this one? Is this the SWV? Okay. So then I guess Tamar just kept talking. Y'all know how Tamar is. Once she gets started, she keep going. So Tamar posted this. She said, this is from the Shade Room, where the Shade Room said, Kandi says Xscape's booking fee is 3 times more than SWV's. Tamar says, imagine having the biggest ego for the most non-singing ass person in the entire music industry. Stream my new hit song called Change. How you go promote a song talking about something you changed? Tamar. She said, where I pay homage to the amazing SWV. Okay, girl, I'm really sure that this is about SWV, child. I'm sure that this song that you put out already before I'm sure you were paying homage to SWV. Then she says this. Now Billy Goat is going to start me back up again, calling me a liar. Someone needs to call her and tell her to chill. Tadina, one however many zeros that is, percent, did what I said he did. I believe you. Tamar, I do believe that he said what you said he did, because you said that he looked you and said, you know what's up. I believe he said it. Then this one right here, that's Carlos King. We're gonna get to Carlos King and Jason, that boy, in a minute. So Kandi was promoting her Amazon store, her Amazon whatever today, and she addressed it briefly, but let's hear what she had to say.
I was sending them to her. He did not threaten her or none of that, so that's why I was like, I don't even want to address that on Amazon Live. She and I did have words. He did, so that's why I was like, yeah. Some people like to twist things a little bit, but we can talk about it later on a different platform or not. Anyway.
So Kandi doesn't deny that the conversation happened. She denies that Todd threatened her. Y'all can take that however y'all want, child. Oh, Lord. Okay. All right. She said, change not that she had changed and not Billy Goat. Right. The name of the song is Change Not I Have Changed. You right. You right, child. You right. Now, here's what I find interesting. And this is the one that I didn't get a chance. I forgot to edit it, y'all. So y'all not going to get a good look at this. But let's look at this right here. Oh, there it is right there. I didn't get a chance to edit it, so y'all didn't get a good look at it. But how about on April the 1st in D.C., Tamar and SWV are on the same concert, child. Let's make sure they got security backstage. That's all I'm going to say about that. Let's make sure that they have security backstage. Okay? Now, y'all see why I was busy today? I was at work and all this stuff kept coming across my screen, my phone. Y'all was DMing me. I was finding it. I was looking at it. I was trying to keep up with it. It was a lot, y'all. It was a lot. Now, let's get into these last two little situations. Again, Carlos was throwing a little shade at Kandi. Now, I know earlier y'all was saying, well, if Kandi always got beef with somebody, it must be Kandi. Well, this is Carlos sort of responding to Kandi saying that, he was trying to steal her life story. Now, T.S. Madison posted a message on her Instagram the other day, and it says, listen very closely. If you got my phone number or are able to reach me personally and you choose social media to take a grievance up with me, this new me is not about to give free public shows to strangers, but I will most definitely address you in your face. So Carlos reposted this on his Instagram and he added, me all day. I ain't addressing no one who has my number but runs the blogs to talk about me. Face-to-face game for me. So a lot of people feel like that was Carlos's response to Kandi. Now, I don't know why Carlos is just responding to Kandi, because child, Kandi said you tried to steal her life story 5 months ago. But you don't have to respond, and you can respond when you're ready to respond in the way you choose to respond, okay? There it is. I don't know. Then Jason Lee from Hollywood Unlocked and yada, 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 he's co-hosting on The Breakfast Club this week. So, of course, they were talking about the SWV, the Tamar. They were talking about it on The Breakfast Club, and Jason Lee had some things to say. So let's listen to what Jason Lee said, child. Hold on.
Kandi in Xscape. I loved her on the show when she had a storyline that made sense. When Phaedra was there, they had all the sex gay where they said they were in the dungeon or allegedly, out doing threesomes and stuff. She had an interesting storyline. Since we've been critical about her not having a storyline and being a boring housewife and needed to be replaced, she's been a mean girl in these streets. She just recently was rude to one of my staff at the Grammys. And I have a feeling, after talking to lots of people in her peer group, that Kandi is a bully. I think that Kandi is a bully.
Really?
Absolutely.
I've never got that impression of Kandi.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah,
not at all.
Hard. They seem like cool people.
Well, there's what you see on TV, reality, and what you see in real life. Now, I will tell you, her agent, she got an agent named Nick Roses. Let me go ahead and put his name out there because I told him I was going to slap his ass. He's messy. Mm-hmm. All of them are messy. But anyway,
if Jason calling somebody messy, they messy. They messy.
What? Yeah, but Tamar, I asked her at the time when this was posted, was it real? And what's going on? Are you trying to get on Housewives of Atlanta? Because this is how storylines have Kandi in Xscape.
So again, I agree. I understand that if you're always the common denominator, then there's something. But I also feel like in this one, Jason Lee, listen, Jason, until you do right by the queen, I just don't have no use for you, okay? Until you do right by the queen, I don't have no use for you, Jason Lee. And as far as Carlos, he was just responding to what Kandi had said about him. But it is not, somebody just said it's not a good week for Kandi. Child. I mean, it is or it isn't, depending on how you look at it. Look, I ignored Jason. Remember, he lied. Right. Exactly. And not only did he say that the queen had been deceased weeks before or really months before she actually died, you doubled down and said it's true, and you have sources inside of Buckingham Palace. Well, the queen is dead now, but here's the reality. The queen was 562 years old. At some point, somebody was going to be right. The point is, she wasn't dead when you said she was, sir. When you said she was, and then you doubled down on it like we was wrong. Like we did. The queen was literally there. We saw her at the Jubilee. We saw her. I guess that was a clone. I guess there's a clone. I don't know. Child. He hopping on the everybody hates Kandi bandwagon. Yeah, I agree. Like, I just feel like he might have his own beef with Kandi for whatever his reasons are. But again, sir, can't nobody trust you. Can't nobody trust you. Kandi and Chick-fil-A, her wanting them to do what? Kandi and Chick-fil-A. I don't know what that means, SCK. Right, the queen had a whole jubilee, and she was there. I mean, sir, anyway. I hope that this has brought... I tried to put this stuff in order for y'all. I tried to give y'all put this stuff in make it make sense for the people who can't. Oh, Lord, Tracy done told me to check my IG. That's not... Oh, Lord have mercy. Okay. Let me check my Instagram before I shut this down, y'all. Let me see what Tracy done sent me, honey. It might be something new to add to the story, child. What the heck? Okay. Okay. Tamar's fiance says that Todd was embarrassed and apologetic when he confronted him about stepping to Tamar. I stopped him. Okay. For the record, yes, I did have a conversation with Todd about what he said to Tamar. He immediately seemed embarrassed about it, apologized, and wanted to make amends for saying, you know what it is. He tried to rationalize why he said it, but I stopped him and said it should have never happened. I then asked him to clear it up with Tamar and apologize in person. He wasn't there the night it happened. He was there the next time. Sir, I don't think it's gonna end the way you think it is. I don't think this is gonna end the way you think it is, sir. You trying to punt Todd? I just don't think this is gonna end the way you think it is. I already saw that, Tracy. Thank you, boo. I don't know if this is gonna end the way you think it is, sir. Listen, I don't know nothing about JR. I don't know where he from. I don't know who he with. I don't know his people. Sir, I don't really think he's an ex-Marine from Louisiana. Yeah. I kind of felt like he was a little, like I grew up around black people-ish, right? I'm gonna just put this phone down. I'm gonna just put that. Listen, and I got more receipts about that. We didn't even get to that yet. I got more receipts. The baby mama done said more about Tamar Child. She came back down here and wrote a whole nother soliloquy about her relationship with Tamar. Shit, I'm going to go ahead and read it before we get off of here. We can get off of here. But I might as well go ahead. I was going to do a separate video about it. But child, let's just...
I'm La Roche, and I am here at the Soho Boutique.
I was going to talk about La Roche. He did an interview explaining why he retiring. He cleared it up. He said he don't have no beef with Louis Vuitton. You know, I had some stuff about I had some updates about Tiffany Haddish. She on her, I won't even call it an apology to her because child, she ain't apologizing. We was gonna talk about some other stuff, child. You heard his third time in prison. Pam signed it. Pam signed it. So for those who don't know what I'm talking about, JR's baby mama then came down to the internet and, you know, said that, you know, Tamar be causing problems with her co-parenting situation with him. So the baby mama, now he got 4 baby mamas. I'm interested why this is the only baby mama that seemed to have an issue. But her name is Aniston Janai, I believe is how you pronounce this. Aniston Janai. Now, she done already came down here. He spoke about his past on the Queen Show. See, I didn't watch the show, Rozzy. I didn't watch it, so thank you, boo. So I'm going to just read y'all what this woman done said, okay? I'm going to just read, because I was going to do this as a separate video, but we might as well just roll this all into one. I still might do a separate video for the people who ain't going to watch this, but it is what it is. So she says, I'm aware of and expected the attempt made by my son's father to publicly discredit me and the attempts made by Norman and Tamar's team to get me to retract my statement. Absolutely not. People do what they feel is necessary to protect and defend those they care about. And that is reasonable. I am entitled to do the same, and I will not be silenced. I have not said anything directly negative about Tamar. Yeah, you did. Let's see, now you're not going to lie on Tamar. You did. You did. You said that she's been causing this dissension and you said she's been disrespectful. Yes, you have. You did say bad. Yes, you did. But what I did and will continue to say is that she is lying. Her actions publicly and privately do not support an argument that my son means everything to her and my son will not be used as a pawn for damage control to try and contain someone else's embarrassment. My son has one mother. Despite what her fans and a small faction of the general public think, I have made many attempts to welcome both Tamar and the idea of a blended family for all the children involved. Unfortunately, those attempts were not welcomed by either party. I have attempted to handle this privately. Those attempts were not welcomed by either party either. I did not choose to address this because of who is involved. I have not and did not interfere in anyone's relationship, and I have been more than accommodating and supportive of every partner that my son's father has had. I never withheld my son from my son's father, nor have I exercised any control over his relationship with my son. I have facilitated that relationship fully from day one. Child, listen, I responded directly to the lies that were written in the caption of that photo. I do not owe anyone a further explanation into the private details surrounding the rest of this situation. She made a public post, and I publicly responded directly to that. Why is it that I must continue to be silent when she has had a lot to say since the show was filmed and continues to have a lot to say? Why did her team wipe her Instagram and remove the multiple Instagram live videos she posted and comments she has made expressing how she truly feels about this family dynamic? It's often easier to believe a lie than it is to believe the truth. But eventually the truth does come to light. I just pray that people are open, willing to receive it instead of blindly believing someone because of who they are. I have handled this as respectfully as I can and will continue to do so because that is who I am and have always been. But what I will not do is allow internet trolls and fans to question my education, my integrity, my character, or dismiss what I'm saying because I am a baby mama. She put that in quotes, baby mama. This is not and who has never been that type of situation. I appreciate the support and will continue to move forward as I have been with my son, as I have been with my son's best interest in mind. Okay, child. Girl. I can't. I'm about to eat my dinner. I ain't ate dinner yet. I'm about to eat my dinner. I cannot with this anymore. I am done. I'm done. Okay. I have given you the Kandi Xscape situation. We have heard from Coco. We have heard from Taj. We have heard from Tiny. We have heard from Kandi. I done gave you the Kandi Tamar situation. Okay. We done heard from Tamar. We done heard from Kandi. Now we done heard from JR. The only person we ain't heard from is Todd. We probably won't. Well, no, Todd might address this last statement. Now we done heard from the baby mama, who really don't have nothing to do with none of this. I just thought I'd throw her in for a bonus. We done heard from Jason Lee. We done heard from Carlos King. Listen, I have given it all to y'all. I have given it all. I thank y'all for being here. I think at one point we were up to 360-something people. And I think that might be a record. I don't know if I've had that many people in my chat before, but I appreciate y'all for being here. If you have not hit the like button, please do. If you are new here, thank you for being here. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. We have a good time. You see what we do over here. You see what it is. I want to thank you to the super chats that I got. I want to thank you to the members that joined today. Who else going to chime in? Right. Right, not a bonus. I done gave y'all a bonus tonight. And let me check to see if I got it. Before I get off here, let me check the Cash App because y'all know I don't like getting up off here. Okay, no Cash App. All right. Thank y'all so much. We'll be back tomorrow. Y'all might get some videos tonight, some reviews or something. But I'm done. No more. Well, I can't say no more lies because every time I say no more lies, and somebody do something stupid, and then I got to come and talk about it. But I will talk to y'all later. Mwah. Good night. Peace. Right. It's too much. It's too much.